Hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a long time since I've made a video, especially like this, a tech video, but with the rapid growth of my channel recently, I've decided to take a step back into it and start things off real gently. I have a stack of ThinkPads right here, my current ThinkPad arsenal. I do have other ones, just not with me here at school at the moment. But we're gonna go over these laptops, we're gonna have fun with it, and yeah, I'm gonna get back into the swing of things. So I hope you guys can enjoy, and yeah. Stack, it's like it's a sandwich, but I wouldn't recommend eating it. So you might be wondering how I get use out of 3 separate machines, and it's actually pretty simple. One day I just had the idea, you know, why have one notebook for every class when I can have one laptop for every class? So that's what I did. I dedicated each machine to a separate task, and that's what it does. So I'll go over those use cases now. Okay, we'll start with the X60 because it sees the least amount of use, just given the fact that it's old. It only has 3 gigabytes of usable RAM, old Core 2 Duo, but what it lacks in specs it makes up for in design and feel. The keyboard's great. Aspect ratio on the screen is great for typing. Really just, this one's just fun, you know? So I just use this for taking notes sometimes, writing when I want to use a good keyboard. I forgot to mention this one's running Ubuntu Mate, just like the X200T that we're about to go over. That's my preferred Linux distribution. I've been using it for years and I don't want to switch. Here it is, the famous X200 tablet from that video that went viral for some reason. Here it is. I use it every single day. Honestly, probably use it more than my X1 Carbon, mostly for the touch display with the stylus. You only get touch response with the stylus, which I love, so you don't need palm rejection because it can't detect a palm, it only detects the pen. And if you flip the pen around, it works as an eraser, which is sick. Let's move on to another amazing factor, which makes this my favorite daily laptop, the keyboard. It's basically just a stretched X60 layout with still no trackpad, which I love. I love having no trackpad because if anybody ever needs to do something on it, you know, you slide them the laptop, they're like, what? How? And it confuses people, which I really like. I had to go ahead and throw it on the charger, but just wanted to show that this one is also running Ubuntu Mate. This one has a lot more software though because I use this laptop on a more daily basis, so you know, we gotta have Notepad++. I have a circuit simulation software, kind of like PSpice, and then this awesome application, Journal++, Journal++. Yeah, I use it for handwritten notes. It's great, super simple, free, and yeah, I like to keep it pretty simple and clean. Got system information up there. This is using an aftermarket battery still, and I'd like to say it gets about 5 hours, give or take. And our final ThinkPad of the day is my 6th gen X1 Carbon. My Windows machine, the daily driver, does the most hard work, mostly because of the software for it. Microchip Studio isn't available on Linux, so this is my microcontroller programmer, as well as my desktop. So yeah, this is basically the coding machine and everything else. It's great, super light, super thin, especially when compared to these old boys. It's nice to just throw something light in that can actually perform well. And before I had my PC here at school, I actually was using this along with ThinkPad dock and a Razer Core X just as my main setup. So this was actually my main for months, and it performed great. Really no complaints. However, I do really want a newer X1 because it has the exposed carbon lid, and I'm a nerd and I want that. So what's it like hauling around 3 ThinkPads? Well, it's heavy for one, so I actually mostly just carry the X200T and the X1 Carbon. The X60 is just too old, too slow. It's mostly just use it for fun kind of thing, you know, pull it out when I want to use a 4:3 aspect ratio and feel like I'm back in the 2000s. I've actually been able to achieve maximum workflow with this setup because using the touchscreen Wacom tablet on the X200T can take notes, export it as a PDF, and I upload it to Discord. I use Discord as a file server. Just pay for Nitro and you can upload stuff, transfer it between Windows, Mac, iOS, super easy, way easier than Google Drive. Discord's the move, guys. Don't sleep. One fun thing, I guess, is kind of fun about the X200T is I'm still running it with no hard drive caddy. So sometimes that SSD pops out and I get some nice deep errors and I gotta go reseat the drive. But other than that, it's flawless and I wouldn't trade it for anything else.